Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I'm here to give you every bit of information you need to win your conspiracy event. Well, I'm not going to get down to deck building or card strategy because that's really for another video, but what you bring to the event actually has an influence on whether or not you win. Don't you hate it when people show up without dice, without sleeves, and it all just becomes a mess? So this is a special set release. It has special rules, so you have to treat it a little bit differently than a normal pre-release. Now, I've looked deep into the cards and the lore and the gameplay and everything, and I've come up with this list of exactly what you need. First, you're gonna need a Queen of England mask because, that whole I'm gonna pass around a card that signifies I'm the monarch, oh, it's this little tiny like emblem style thing on my battlefield, you might miss that, okay? You gotta go full blown monarch and start passing around the Queen of England mask. It doesn't matter how bad your eyesight is, you're not gonna miss who's the monarch if they're wearing that mask, and you're not gonna forget it's you if you're wearing the mask. It's kind of like a dual purpose. Now you're probably thinking exactly what I did. Why the heck didn't Wizards include that in the set? It's the most obvious item ever. Well, I looked into this, and as far as I could tell, it's illegal to own one of these in England. You know, something about parody laws and you're not allowed to make fun of the royal family, etc. So for my folks in England, where, you really shouldn't have one of those, you're gonna have to resort to the old powdered wig. I know it doesn't necessarily scream monarch, but, with all the laws, this is the only way you're gonna get even close. It kind of screams like old-timey judge, maybe a governor, but at least it'll signify it. You know what it means. Now next up, I don't really want to get way into the lore, but there's a whole lot of stabbing going around. Backstabbing, front stabbing, ghost stabbing, you name it, somebody's getting stabbed. So if you find yourself being the monarch and you just think, oh my gosh, there's going to be knives coming at me absolutely every which way, it's simple. Wear a stab vest. You can get these police-style stab vests for, nothing. Compared to bulletproof vests, these are really cheap. So then, somebody comes at you, boom, busts off the blade right on your chest, and you're like, what's up? Protection from knives. Now, of course, if you want to be the monarch, you're going to need a knife. Seems pretty obvious conclusion to make after I already mentioned the stab vest, so you're probably going to go get your assassin's dagger. That's a total rookie mistake. What you want to do, in case you have to get through a metal detector, you want to bring a ceramic knife. And of course, my favorite, as y'all know from past videos, is the zirconium dioxide crystalline anti-heat treated cooking knife. These things are so sharp, it's almost impossible not to accidentally injure yourself with them. Thus the protective sheath. These blades will cut through just about anything, and they never need sharpening. Now this last item you're going to need is a little bit harder to find. You might have to hit up some kind of auction or like a city liquidation auction. Honestly, I couldn't even find any, unfortunately, so we're going to have some pretty poor conspiracy matches. There's going to be voting between the players, so a lot of cards say, all the players vote for this or this, and then one of two things happen. So what you're going to need is some scraps of paper, some pencils or pens, and then an official voting top hat. Now, I actually threw that out there as an alternative because, like I said, the official equipment is a little bit harder to find. You gotta go to all kinds of weird sources, but it would be preferred to just use actual voting booths. And if you look at this particular model, I really like this one. It's kind of American, but, hey, whatever. If you're from Europe, drag it along. You'll get some laughs. So once it comes time to vote, everybody can get up, go to their own very private booth, and then make their decision. So besides all that, like I mentioned previously, bring some sleeves, bring some dice, bring all the stuff you would normally bring to an MTG event, and you will be all set with my kit of accessories. If you simply show up with all these items, people will look at you and think, man, that guy has it all together. He's studied. He knows what to expect. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him. It's that mental intimidation factor that can give you the edge in a game. So let me know how your events go, and I'll see you guys next video.